Friends, I discussed the concepts of acids and bases in the previous video. Please watch that video as the concepts of acids and bases are necessary to understand the subject matter discussed in this video. I am going to discuss now the chemical reactions of acids and bases with metals. Let us do an experiment. As per the setup shown in the figure 1, place 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid in a test tube. Above the acid, place a few zinc granules. You will observe the release of gas bubbles above the zinc granules. Pass these gas bubbles through a delivery tube into a soap solution. Here you can see the soap bubble filled with gases. Now, keep a burning candle near the soap bubbles filled with the gas. Then you will observe burning of hydrogen gas with a pop sound. What do you observe? Burning of hydrogen gas with a pop sound. So the experimental procedure is given here for you to go through again. Now, what is our inference from the above experiment? Sulfuric acid reacts with zinc metal and produces hydrogen gas. The chemical equation is Zn solid plus H2SO4 aqueous gives rise to ZnSO4 aqueous plus H2 gas. The equation 1 is an example of displacement reaction, because here zinc is displacing hydrogen from H2SO4. Hydrogen gas is thrown out and zinc is taking its place to form zinc sulfate. You can repeat the above experiment with dilute hydrochloric acid also. Then also you will observe the release of hydrogen gas. You can write the chemical equation as Zn solid plus 2HCl aqueous gives rise to ZnCl2 aqueous plus 2H2 gas. In general, the reaction between an acid and a metal may be represented as metal solid plus acid aqueous gives rise to metal salt aqueous plus hydrogen gas. However, when zinc reacts with dilute nitric acid, hydrogen gas will not be liberated. Why? This is because nitric acid is an oxidizing agent. As soon as hydrogen gas is produced, this nitric acid oxidizes that hydrogen gas to water. So you won't get hydrogen gas, but you get only water. That means reaction of zinc with nitric acid does not produce hydrogen. Okay, whereas dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4 we have seen earlier, they react with zinc and produce hydrogen, exception with nitric acid. Now, let us see a question. Do the acids react with all the metals and release hydrogen gas? No. Acids do not react with all the metals. We can explain this with the help of chemical reactivities of different metals and hydrogen given in table 1. Next slide. This table shows the chemical reactivities of a few elements. The most reactive among the elements shown in the table is potassium, then sodium, then magnesium, then aluminium, then zinc, then iron, then tin, then lead, then hydrogen. You see here, the elements above hydrogen, the metals above hydrogen are more reactive than hydrogen. You have some more metals below hydrogen also, copper, mercury, silver and gold in the table. So these metals are less reactive than hydrogen. Okay. Therefore, the acids react with the metals above hydrogen in the table, and hydrogen gas is liberated, as these metals are more reactive than hydrogen. Now, I am asking another question. Is the following reaction of acid metal possible? What is the reaction? Copper solid plus H2SO4 dilute gives rise to CuSO4 aqueous plus H2 gas. Is this reaction possible? No. The reaction given in equation 4 is not possible because copper is less reactive than hydrogen. The metals listed below hydrogen in the table 1 will not displace hydrogen from an acid, as those are less reactive than hydrogen. Now, let us try to understand chemical reactions of bases with metals. Here also, let us do an experiment. Place a few granules of zinc metal in a boiling tube. Boiling tube means it can withstand temperature, high temperature. Add 5 ml of sodium hydroxide solution and heat the contents of the boiling tube. What do you have in the boiling tube? Zinc metal and sodium hydroxide solution. You will observe release of gas bubbles above zinc granules here also. Pass the gas evolved into a soap solution as shown in the figure 1. Already I have shown in the figure 1. Then keep a burning candle near a gas-filled soap bubble. You will observe here also that the gas burns with a pop sound. What is the inference? The inference is that the gas is hydrogen. The chemical reaction is shown in the word equation. Sodium hydroxide aqueous plus zinc solid on heating, it's very important, on heating gives rise to sodium zincate aqueous plus hydrogen gas. The balanced equation is 2NaOH aqueous plus zinc on heating gives rise to Na2ZnO2 aqueous plus H2. Very interesting here. In this reaction, zinc is a part of the anion, that is ZnO2 2 minus. Here you see, it is a part of the anion. The above reaction is a redox reaction. How? The oxidation number of Zn is increased from 0 to plus 2. Here the oxidation number is 0, but in ZnO2 the oxidation number of zinc is plus 2. So from 0 it is increased to plus 2. That means zinc is oxidized to Zn2 plus ions. Now H in OH group has an oxidation number of plus 1, but during the reaction its oxidation number is reduced to 0. For H2 the hydrogen oxidation number is 0. This process is called reduction. Therefore, the reaction 6 is a redox reaction. Now, sodium hydroxide reacts with a few other metals such as aluminium, lead and tin. It may be noted that these metals form amphoteric oxides, meaning that the oxide reacts with both acids and bases. The chemical reaction between NaOH and aluminium on heating is given below. 2 NaOH aqueous plus 2 Al plus 2 H2O upon heating gives rise to 2 NaLO2, sodium metaluminate, aqueous plus 3 H2. Equation 7 is also a redox reaction. The oxidation number of aluminium is increased from 0 here to plus 3 here. Therefore, it is oxidation. The oxidation number of hydrogen is reduced from plus 1 to 0. This is reduction. Therefore, the reaction is a redox reaction. Self-assessment quiz. The reaction of acids with metals is a dash. Options: combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction. Choose the right option. Which of the following metals reacts with dilute acids? Zinc, copper, iron, silver. Options: option A, 1 and 4. Option B, 2 and 3. Option C, 2 and 4. Option D, 1 and 3. Third one. The reaction of bases with metals is a dash. Option A, decomposition reaction. B, double displacement reaction. C, combination reaction. D, redox reaction. Question 4. Which of the following metals reacts with bases? 1 iron, 2 zinc, 3 copper, 4 aluminium. Options: A, 1 and 4. B, 1 and 3. C, 2 and 4. D, 3 and 4. Now assertion and reason type. Assertion. A. All the metals above hydrogen in the chemical reactivity series react with acids. Reason. Those metals are more reactive than hydrogen and displace hydrogen from acids. Options: A correct and R wrong. B, R correct and A wrong. C, both A and R wrong. D, both A and R correct. Next, question 6. Assertion. All the metals above hydrogen in the chemical reactivity series react with bases. Reason. Those metals are more reactive than hydrogen and displace hydrogen from bases. Options: A correct and R wrong. B, R correct and A wrong. C, both A and R wrong. D, both A and R correct. Other questions. Write any two reactions between acids and metals in the form of balanced chemical equations. Question 2. Write any two reactions between bases and metals in the form of balanced chemical equations. Now conclusion. Learning by conceptual understanding of the subject is very important. Question everything, whether it is written in the book or explained by the teacher, till you get satisfactory answer at your level. When you are totally attentive, you will have questions, and in the process of getting answers to them, you are learning at a greater depth. Apply the learned concepts to the new context to solve different kind of problems or answer questions based on those concepts. You will then be able to master the subject at your level. You will be able to answer any question related to that subject. I wish you the best in your efforts.